My favourite childhood movie, remade in live action. Let's talk about it. I just saw the new live action How to Train Your Dragon movie and I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Compared to the original, not really. Now, I despise remakes. I think they're lazy cash grabs. This one I was still excited for though, because obviously it's my favourite childhood movie and they're gonna remake it in live action. That's cool. But going into it, I thought it was gonna be pretty decent. The reviews are good. It's got an average of 4 on Letterboxd, so I thought, yeah, it's gonna be pretty decent. And also, my cat looks like Toothless. The first half, I was like, no, this is not the best. The first half is a solid 3, maybe a 2.5. It's not the best. It's just not good. But then randomly, after like an hour mark, it just gets really good. And I'm like, what? Like, it's not amazing, but it's pretty good. I was shocked, like, how good it is. Mason Thames plays a great Hiccup. He's generally really good. And Gerard Butler, being the original Stoic in the animated one, playing Stoic live action, he was actually pretty good. His voice wasn't the best, but he was still pretty decent. After finishing the movie, I gave it a little score. So the directing, not as good as the original. Obviously, that's going to be for everything. But still pretty decent. I'd say a 7. Pretty good job. No problem with the directing. The writing, it's basically the same story. There's like no differences. They changed some parts. Some parts are a bit worse, but some parts a bit better, sorry. At first, I thought the acting was pretty average, like the first half. But then randomly, Hiccup and Stoic delivered this like amazing scene. It's generally like, whoa. And I think the girl that plays Astrid is pretty good as well. So a solid 7 for acting. Score is the same as the original. There was one part which they changed, which I didn't like. They obviously like re-recorded the songs. They sound basically the same. So a solid 9 for the score. The sound I have a problem with though, because I couldn't hear them for half of it. They just didn't mix the audio very well. I couldn't hear what they were saying. It might be a problem with my cinema, but I just couldn't hear them for some scenes. It was kind of annoying. Editing, pretty decent. 7. The VFX though were very good. I have no complaints about the VFX. So solid 9. Toothless and all the dragons, they look great. And the interactions with the people are actually really good. The lighting, the first like 20 minutes of the film, you cannot see a single thing that is happening. It's just black. It might be a problem with my cinema. I'm gonna have to rewatch the film when it's like there's a good copy, but you cannot see a single thing. I don't know if it's the color grading or just they didn't light it very well. You just can't see a single thing at the start. It's actually annoying. I was like, I can't see anything. The original film isn't the best with the colors. It's kind of grey. I thought they would go, the original is quite grey. Let's make this quite colourful. There is colourful scenes, but most of this film is very grey, and the night scenes you cannot see anything. Just make it light, it's not hard. So yeah, the lighting and colour grading, not the best. Maybe just make it a bit lighter, you know, it's a kids film. They want to see what's happening. Story, exact same, 9, I guess. Cinematography, actually pretty decent. It's like, they changed some shots from the original, and I just thought you've made that the same but worse. Like they changed, like the camera will be here in the original, but the camera will be like here in the live action. It's like, just put it there. It was better there. And the costumes were fine. Some parts where I was like, that is a man dressed as a Viking. Some parts I was like, that is a Viking. Now let's talk about things I dislike and I like. Things I dislike are the twins. The twins are like the best characters in the original, and they have like no screen time in this. And also the actors are twins, which is, they literally mention, they added a line to say how their parents can't tell them apart, but they look nothing alike. And they look alike in the original, which is weird, because why would you add that line when they don't look alike? Which is just confusing and stupid, but it's not that bad of a problem because they're hardly on screen. As I said, the lighting, very annoying, very distracting. My score got lowered because of that, because I cannot see a single thing. Maybe it's just my cinema, I don't know. And the best scene in the film is obviously the flight scene, everybody knows that, and they changed the song because it slowly builds as they're like learning to fly, and then they go up, and the song builds until they get to the top. Then Hiccup gets let loose, and they fall, and the music gets real dramatic in the original, but in this one, they decide to add like this like aspheric choir singing. I don't even know what it was, because it was just Hiccup falling, and it was like, I don't know why they changed that. It was good. I was about to get really annoyed, because when Hiccup gets control of Toothless again, the music comes back in, and it was like the way the audio was going, it didn't sound like the music was going to come back in, and I was like, if the music don't come in, then it's going to be a bad score. But they tricked me, the music did come in, and I almost teared up a little bit. That's about it from what I dislike about it. And now the things I like about it. One part which I thought was really good was when Toothless saves Hiccup at the end, and in the original, Stoic holds Hiccup, but in this one, when Stoic is holding Hiccup, Stoic puts his hand out and touches touches Toothless's nose, and I thought that was a really good scene because it shows that now Stoic trusts Toothless, which is a great scene. Like, that's a great thing to add. Like I said, they added like small things, like tiny things. Sometimes it was like, yeah, that's a good thing to add. And then sometimes it was just like, you didn't need to add that. One thing I don't like about the original is how they play Snotlout, because he is hardly in the film. He has like hardly any lines, which is really weird because he's a good character. They added more lines with him in this one. Basically, there's like this like side plot where Snotlout's dad just don't like him. And it's actually funny. And I like the guy that plays Snotlout. Pretty cool. Also, a little bit was Astrid's dad roots for Hiccup in the tournament, which I thought was pretty funny as well. Like they just added like a little funny thing, and it's like, it just makes it better. But my overall opinion, just get better lighting, better color grading, maybe trim a bit out the first part because it was kind of boring at some points. Make the twins actual twins. That's common sense. And don't make a live action. There's no point. It didn't need to exist. It was a fine movie. I enjoyed it, but you don't need to do it. I would prefer if they just reanimated the original. I don't think has that ever been done? Why has nobody done that? Because the original one is, the animation is kind of dated, not gonna lie, so they could just redo it. Like, get the exact story they had here, but reanimate it. Just do it again. Like, that would be better. You didn't need to make it live action. Now there's nothing. I think the fact it was live action made it worse. Because it's a silly, goofy movie about dragons and humans. Obviously there is like serious scenes, but it's hard to make a goofy movie real what's originally animated. But would I advise you to see it? Yeah. If you like the original, go see it. If you don't like the original, still go see it. It's a decent movie. Not as good as the original, but still. And also, I got this in the cinema. So I'm gonna colour this in later. Wait guys, Your Month, Your Dragon, part 2. Good. January. Okay, I'm born in October, so please be a good dragon. Ooh. I get Toothless. I didn't get... What? Where's October? October's not on here! I'm having Toothless, I don't care. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna put your head on a spike and bring it to my dad.